So it's safe to say that going with Roberto Garcia was the way to go, I assume.
By far. And I probably needed that a lot earlier in my career, but I trained myself, and I got to where I got by training myself. And with Jack, it was just a typical routine. He was always busy being on the phone and talking to other people and trying to find another way to make money. That's where I went in there and I had to go train myself. I do 2 rounds on the bag, and then you go, all right, give me 4 rounds on the bag. And he'd go over and he'd go to his office and talk on the phone for 4 or 5 rounds that hit the bag. As where Robert Garcia, you're doing 6 rounds on the bag. And then when you get off the bag, or on the pads, when you get done with the pads, you go over to the bag and he's standing over top you, watching everything that you do, and he tells you, Kelly, he goes, Kelly, turn your foot the right way. Kelly, straight up your foot. Do this, do that. So, it's just a big difference. 2 different rules between where I was training at and being with Robert Garcia.
Right. And I know you mentioned earlier that you're doing new things. Is there any different techniques that you're doing differently now opposed to what you were doing at Youngstown?
Yeah, a lot. We work on cutting the ring off. We work on fighting guys, when we're fighting guys that move a lot, we work on that. We learn how to go to the body, then back to the head. To be honest with you, I was fighting since I was 9 years old, and I won 4 national titles. I went to Olympic trials. I was a world champion for 3 years. And when I went to California, I learned things that I never knew how to do.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I learned how to counter. I learned how to go, like I said, it always used to be like throw a hook to the body and then back to the head. Jack Lowe never taught me how to throw a hook to the head and to the body that somebody's never seen. Most fighters expect you to throw a shot to the body and then come back up top, but nobody expects you to throw a punch to the head with a left hook and then go right back down to the body with a left hook. So that's what I learned from Robert, cutting the ring off, the X's, and just the whole training. Everything is just, it's a lot different in California with Robert Garcia. And I'm kind of happy that I made this decision. It's hard to get away from town, and I don't like being away from my kids and my wife, for 2 or 3 months at a time. But if I'm going to keep my career going and win a world title, it's a move that I have to make.
Right. And recently, Roberto, he moved to a new location. How is the new location?
It's nice. He's got a big gym, and he's got a lot of things in there. If you're a personal, like my personal trainer, Cecilio, he's good, but, we don't even have to go to any other gym because Robert's already got everything inside the gym. It's just laid out. He's got treadmills, weightlifting machines, he's got 2 rings. Everything's decked out. It all comes in one package. You know what I mean? It's just a very nice place.
You had a scheduled fight against Brian Vera, but you pulled out due to a rib injury. And shortly after, you entered rehab for alcohol-related issues. That's now in the past. What was going through your mind at that particular point in your life?
Well, when I pulled out in the Vera fight, and I did have a rib injury, so I pulled out. And me and Jack, my former trainer, I don't like to say Jack, my old trainer, when we pulled out of that fight, that was because I really did have a rib injury. And then we already agreed upon that anytime I'm not healthy going into the fight, we're not going to take the fight. If I'm hurt, if I'm not 100%, we're done. And just like with the fight with Cunningham that I pulled out that was supposed to be in Youngstown, I get blamed for that, but Jack negotiated that, and I didn't know anything that was going on. I didn't find out my paycheck till 4 days before the fight. And then when they told me what I was getting paid to fight in my hometown, I said, you know what? You go light a candle and stick it up, where. And I'm not doing it no more. I'm tired of politics in the sport. Like, I'll stand up for fighters. If I don't become a trainer or a promoter, I'll be a consultant. It's just horrible. Like, how did I go? I'm 4 days out from the fight, and I don't got a fight contract yet. And I don't know what I'm making. And here my trainer is negotiating my whole entire purse and everything else. He's giving his son percentage or commission on the tickets. He's taking a percentage on the tickets. Everybody's making money besides me and my family.
Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense.
You know, and I got to the point where I was tired of it. And that's why I pulled out the fight. I said, you know what? Go yourself.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to do it.
So,
then I became the bad guy. But and the funny thing is, everybody talks about, oh, you know, promoters are bad. Like, they talk about Don King and everybody else. You know, they're so bad. They do this. They rob people. They're snakes. But as soon as I make a stand, as being a fighter, I'm the one that's wrong.
Exactly.
So, no, I guess you can't. I can't win, and I can't win.
Yeah.
I can definitely lose, but I can't win.
And was this was definitely around the time that you and Jack Lowe parted ways? Is that right?
Well, we parted ways. That was August.
Okay.
And then that following January, that's when we parted ways. And on another part of that too, Jack went on the media and said that you can't believe that I didn't call him or talk to him. I sent him a text. I called him 3 times. He didn't answer. He knew I was going to New York to meet with Bob Arum and Cameron Duncan, and he knew pretty much what was going to happen. So I sent him a text and I called him, and he never replied back. So, but I had no choice. So I kind of was given an ultimatum by Top Rank. You know, their choice was either you change or we let you go. So it was kind of, they said, you know, we'll take you out to California, and this and that, and everything turned out good though. I'm kind of glad. It's probably the best move I've ever made in my life.
Yeah. Have you and Jack talked since you guys parted ways?
Nah. His son sends me texts here and there. They write things on Facebook, you know, on my page. He's childish. You know, the guy just, he got no class. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's about it.
Yeah.
You know, you would think that after all the things I've done for a guy like the gym that he has right now, I made for him, the house that he lives in a nice neighborhood, a nice big house, I made him. You know, never had that house. Jack Lowe would have never made $100,000 in his life. He'd been sewing driveways to pay the rent for his house in Boardman, Ohio. Now he lives in Canfield in a big house. He didn't give it to me. I made it. I gave it to him. And you think he'd be grateful for that and say, you know what? Hey, Kel, thanks for all the memories and thanks for everything you did. I know you got to go, so good luck. You know, this, that, whatever. But no, he's a fucking dick. So fuck him.
Yeah. Now,
I made him a lot of money. Put it that way.
I believe you did.
Yo, DJ, are you done mixing yet?
Your DJ has only just begun.